Time is now. Wade's back to the run. It's like, wow, he's back to the run. I'm in the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent, Daily Planet, the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut raps. Back to the rhyme. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhyme. Back to the rhyme. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhyme. I'm getting good at that. All right, let's do a review. YouTube channel. So, the most stuff I'm doing is related to this channel. And let's start with it's like the 80s, working on that show, coming along, talked to Sean at the Backfire Moto. So Alex and myself, we gave him a list. I think that was maybe a full week ago. I haven't seen him for a few days for sure. So he's reviewing our list of songs we'd like to play as a sample. I think that'll be okay. And then as far as getting the sound from the record player into the computer, my brother is so good at just basic stuff. And I used to work at Radio Shack for a little bit even, and I had forgot. And you would just take the RCAs and plug them into two into one, you know, they say female, male, and all that. Two female splits into one, and then the mini headphone jack goes into the computer, and then we can record. And I was thinking, and I think with just a microphone, I should be able to do something like that, I hope. So my phone's causing me problems too. I go to Best Buy and deal with all those things. The problem is if I go to Best Buy and deal with my phone, I'm there for at least an hour plus, and that's just I only have one day off a week. I don't want to spend I just want the phone to work, but I still need to get this ready to roll. So I will likely go to Best Buy on my day off, especially if I have both Friday and Saturday off, which would be good, and I can get more done. So that's the update with that. In addition, so that's Alex from my work, my current coworker, my former coworker, Alex. We're working on music, and I discussed with him. I had the idea about a song called "Burning." They got something along the lines of "Burning Man Click" or "Burning Bush Crew," something like that. Just trying to make a contrast between Burning Man and the Burning Bush. Um, and just really trying to understand what is Burning Man, what is it? What's it for? Asked a few people, and I'm being told it's for going to hear electronic music in the desert and partying. And I guess there's a fee along with that, $450. I did not know about that. I guess I would want to check into that, but so I guess it covers the space you use for camping, because I think you got to bring all your own stuff. So anyway, I mean, and actually, I'm developing the song, but the thing I did consider is like the Golden Calf, Burning Man, Burning Bush, and then anyway. So I don't want to get too confused on those stories. I was thinking about Burning Bush. Is that when Moses gets the Ten Commandments? No, that's something else. But anyway, that's the song I'm working on. I want to check in with the underground Bible scholar, Leon, who also I want to include in YouTube channel. So he's got his own place to live. I think I updated you all on that, or I found out this week maybe, or last week. So we'll be able to do a show from his place. And I want to, I like getting his input for ideas for a song like that. So that's the plan with that. So it's actually not exactly related to the YouTube channel, the stuff I'm doing with eventually it will be, but it doesn't have any other category. Um, it's its own project. Also talked to a fellow. When did I talk to him? I guess it was this week. His name's Kiefer, and his Cody's a stepbrother, so or brother-in-law, sorry. And so he's got a guy. His name's Jay Locke. Jay Locks. That's his friend, and he's got a lot of views for his song. So that's really great. And he says he helps with music videos. So category-wise, I guess he might be able to help with the My Reformation editing. I have to check with him on that, but I don't want to skip too far ahead. But anyway, it's a network, it's a contact. If we're talking about doing a Tarps and Tents tour, which would also, it doesn't have its own category at this point. I would just say it's related to the YouTube channel as well. Progress. All right, I'll stop there. 2, Trump's gonna thump. So I was just reviewing. I did, for some reason, I've been talking to more people about that song recently, and it's just typically if I meet someone and have time to ask them about their interest in music, and they're not interested in making a purchase on my CD, then I will talk to them about that song, because and then I'll share that song with them. That's pretty good way for me to go about it. Because I would say in the past, I would say you can check out No Hoke online, but now I'm more focused on Trump's Gonna Thump. So the views are up to like 369, I think. That's good, getting up there little by little. But I've had more views of the song in March than I had in February and January. I didn't go back through December, but it's had a good week here on that, so that's good. Haven't been able to figure out I keep forgetting to ask people how they consume music, because if they listen to, these digital, if they go on some of these, I need to try to have them look it up for me, so I gotta remember that. All right, so number 3, A Bed of Bread, volume 3, we're making big progress. I did talk to Aaron. So he's ready to roll with what he's got. I need to check with graphics design person. Kathy's her name. She's got a friend, if not a couple, who've designed album covers in the past, and graphic design folks. And so this isn't going to be a sold in store situation. I definitely don't want to put really any money into it, but I want to see for our own collection, our own selves, how to make this look as good as possible, and then I'll turn around and put it on the YouTube channel. So that's on the agenda this week. Nothing new for Roles of Engagement. Nothing new for You Will Be Glorified. Bellevue Ballers. I'm not gonna say anything about that. My Reformation music video. Yeah, like I said, I met Kiefer, so I need to maybe ask him about that. Or Mike. He said if we're getting closer to opening church, then some of these other things start moving again. And now back to the Ryan's music. I think one thing about Cody, he asked when I'm gonna make my second album. And that's how the conversation started, and I got to know Kiefer, his brother-in-law. It's I mean, I guess I have some instrumentals, probably put something together. There's nothing paying for that. That's where this comes in. And School Us album sales, making attempts. It's the thing to do is to ask for the sale, or and do what I can. But it comes in waves, it seems. And don't let me forget. And I had Alex, my friend I'm making these songs with, wearing one of these, and I appreciate that, Alex. But here it is, Good Ear Productions. All right. So I think we're good. So as far as current events, I don't know. I don't do. There's really nothing interesting to me. Okay, let me say this. This really frustrates me. Um, so there's a Christian radio station. They have their news segment, and in the end, and part of their news segment is quoting the Minneapolis police, saying they paid out all this money, George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. It just, I shouldn't say the name because if that's my next song, go find out the name. And we'll see if I'm still thinking along those lines. But it's frustrating because I might have shared. It's like if we okay, there's no anyone that's done any research knows Black Lives Matter as an organization is a Marxist organization, which means they are against private property. They're against America as it is founded and as it exists today, and they want it to be remade into something closer to, I guess, China, where the government runs everything. And that's not really a dispute. I guess you can say, well, no, we want the people to own everything. That doesn't. There is no organization that's run from the bottom up, you know, except for in a free society. But if you're gonna try to dictate people's lives, it's not going to be from the bottom up. So what they say is, we want you to have as much as you can and spread out all the wealth, and we'll be the ones managing the spreading out of the wealth, and we'll be the ones gaining a lot from that. So that's the kind of society they want, apparently, and it's a godless society, and so that's why it's hard for me as a Christian to have a Christian radio station promote a slogan like that on their radio station. And as I shared last week, I believe, talking about a church that has a slogan, when God is no respecter of persons. I mean, this is so fundamental and basic to our faith. It's just, it leaves me speechless, breathless, and despondent. So let's get back to the rhymes. So I did finish this first verse. Here it is. Start in this. Oh no, we gotta start with the hook. Ain't got nothing to take. Ain't got nothing to take. Go ahead and get out my face, cause you ain't got nothing to take. Ain't got nothing to take. Ain't got nothing to take. Get out my face, cause you ain't got nothing to take. Start in this world without a single penny. They coming at me now, how scenes I got plenty. The scene has me with my back against the wall. The pseudo authorities was talking about me at roll call. Not small, it's my means they after. This means they trying to make this my last chapter. This means I'm going to do what I have to. It seems they in for the long term. Since I speak up, it's gotta be my turn. But should I be concerned? Have I not yet learned that love for country is dead wrong? We as a people don't deserve to be strong. Since we believe it ain't legit, that ain't something I'll ever spit. Only want to spit out what's lukewarm. Ain't got nothing to take. Ain't got nothing to take. Go ahead, get out my face, cause he ain't got nothing to take. Ain't got nothing to take. Ain't got nothing to take. Need you out my face, cause you ain't got nothing to take. So that's it. I have to smooth out part of that. Okay, so let me see. What did I say? That love for country's dead wrong. We as a people don't deserve to be strong. Since we're to believe it ain't legit, that ain't something I'll ever spit. Only want to spit out what's lukewarm. Okay. I kind of got off a little, but like I said, these things can't be that long because it does get a little redundant. It's just what's bugs me, is what I end up talking about. And I make a song like this to defend, you know, if you it's a tricky thing. People say we're in a free society, which means that people are allowed to have different ideas. But there is a tipping point to where if too many people have a certain type of idea, then it is no longer a free society, right? So if you say America's bad, America's crooked, we don't deserve, we shouldn't have the Constitution, we shouldn't have the Bill of Rights, we shouldn't have free speech. Now we're protected under the Bill of Rights to say those things. But at some point, if too many people believe that, then we don't have the freedom to say the opposite of that, which is really what this country is founded on, is the opposite of that. So you're really not a threat if you're in a small minority and you're saying things along the lines of, we don't deserve to have the Bill of Rights, unalienable rights. We don't deserve that. Okay. I'm sorry, did I say it's inalienable rights, right? Okay. Okay, nothing to take. Verse 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't want to be doing this late, but I actually thought I'd be doing it much later. So I'm very happy about that. 10. Got a fantasy basketball draft today. Baseball, sorry. Get to that time of year. Less excited than ever about fantasy baseball, though, I gotta say. Less excited than ever about politics, too. It's kind of a bummer, It's a good thing I got Bellevue Ballers to put my energy towards. All right, so I can always think about starting out as dusk, and I looked up in Genesis. I didn't exactly see it. I really thought it was there. Let me quickly look again. Where maybe it's a different translation or something, but how come I just couldn't find it? God made man. He formed him. I just don't want to spend a bunch of time, but I thought that was it. So and that's the thing. It's like I'm in a place where I'm not hung up on stuff, not having a lot of stuff. There's really nothing to be hung up on, but it's all relative. I mean, if I were living in a place where even the things we take for granted in America, I didn't have, I would miss. Now, I often think about, they talk about poor countries, but if it's poor, but it's a warm climate, so you don't necessarily, hot water isn't a big deal in a place like that, right? Having hot water and running water is a big deal, but it's all relative. They've learned how to make it work one generation to the next. So, and we reorient when you have a shutdown of your society, nothing's the same. What you've become used to is not the same. So we try to rebuild it as best we can, but it's not the same. You can't go back. Um, since, I'll just say, since I'm but a vapor, and was once just dust. Should I be concerned um, with my enemies' gusts? Oh, no, not even a bit. Because if I was, if I was hung up on it, then they could use it against me constantly. But since I would say, but since I've made peace with gain and increase, it is they without sway. I don't know what's that feng shui or whatever. What is that? Let me look that one up. And gosh, it's going to have to do with even pronouncing it right. Sure, it just popped in my head, and I'm trying. Why not? I don't know if it's in here. Flyboy, Air Force pilot. What's a fly girl? Okay. Thing. No, not here. An old dictionary though. I won't use that. I'm not that hyped on it, but I thought I'd check it out. All right. It is they without sway. Keep on talking. Go ahead and make my day. Who says that? Um, they without sway. Stop peace. Gain and increase is they without sway. They without sway. Is they without sway. I keep reading Timothy over and over, and Paul's basically in chains in jail, you know. I guess when he gets out, he can go back to making tents, you know. So it's kind of like he's making money and getting raising funds, but it's kind of, you know, getting taken care of the way the birds of the air do, you know. And he's doing, he couldn't be doing anything better than that. What he's doing, I mean, that's a good life. Okay, it is they without sway. So you see, I'm okay. I did make a song called Demonetized. I'm kind of saying, go ahead. I shouldn't ask for that, but it's kind of like preparing yourself. You know, you talk about hope for the best, prepare for the worst, and the worst would, yeah, it would be everything you enjoy is taken away. And what would you do? You just operate from where you are. You see, I'm okay. All your schemes, all their schemes, all their tricks. Can lead to trials, but in the end, I smile. Cause you ain't got nothing to take. You ain't got nothing to take. That's the song. Basically, I'm gonna recite it for you next week, and that'll be episode 25 of the second season. Back to the rhymes.